Now, for more on this and what's happening at the Games, Anelise Borges, as always, is in Rio de Janeiro for us and joins us now. Anelise, this is a fascinating story emerging with regards to the US swimming team. What are you hearing where you are on the ground there in Rio?
Indeed, an extraordinary story. According to the US Olympic Committee, Jack Conger and Gunnar Bentz were pulled off a plane as they were leaving the country on Wednesday night. Those two athletes were pulled off that plane by Brazilian authorities who, I quote, are seeking extra information. They were taken for questioning, but they are not in police custody. They are back with the US delegation here in Rio, and they are expected to go back to the police station later today to be questioned over their claim to have been robbed here in Rio on Saturday night. The athletes, the US swimmers, including Ryan Lochte and Jamie Fegan, said that they were going back to the Olympic Village on Saturday night after a party at the France House, and they were stopped by a group of armed men posing as police officers. Now, a judge here in Rio issued a search and seizure warrant when she thought that the athletes' accounts of the facts differed significantly. They could not agree on how and where they had been stopped, the time of the robbery, the number of assailants, and the court ordered included their passports, the athletes' passports, to be retained. But as you mentioned there in that report, Ryan Lochte said to be already back in the United States. His lawyer insists that he went back because he didn't think that his presence was needed here in Brazil any longer. He said that he cooperated with authorities, with the FBI and with Brazilian police, and he went back because he had planned to do so.
And briefly, Anelise, what's the latest on IOC member Pat Hickey following his arrest?
Well, Patrick Hickey has stepped aside from all his roles. He is, of course, the head of Ireland's Olympic Council and the president of the European Olympic Committee. He has been arrested. He was arrested here in Rio de Janeiro on Wednesday morning for alleged involvement in a massive corruption scheme, in a ticket scalping scheme. He is accused of having worked with at least 6 other people in illegally passing on Olympic tickets that had originally been allocated to the Ireland delegation. Some 800 tickets were found in possession of a man who was himself arrested on August 5th, the day of the opening ceremony. And police here in Brazil are looking for 4 other people who they believe are also involved in that scheme. Now, Patrick Hickey, who's 71 years old, was seen very shaken. Footage emerged of the moment of his arrest in that hotel, and he requested medical attention. He said he wasn't feeling well, so he was rushed to a local hospital here in Rio.
Okay, Anelise, thank you very much.